Welcome to Man Kitchen Recipes. I am Kevin, and I'm doing this series on a brisket, cutting it in sections and seeing how many meals I can get out of it. And my brother, he saw that I was doing that, and he smoked a brisket a few days before and sliced it up, and he has a freeze dryer. So he put slices of brisket in his freeze dryer, and then today I got a package from him. And that's right, he sent me some freeze-dried brisket. That brisket is freeze-dried. It is, it's hard. Anyway, so I went ahead and rehydrated it. Look at that. Whoa. Let me show you, let's hold this up to show you the difference. Okay, the one on the right is, or this one right here is rehydrated. This one right here is still dry as a bone, freeze dried. Okay, let me show you how I went about rehydrating this freeze dried brisket. And I only did one because I didn't want to, if I messed up, I didn't want to ruin the whole batch. Okay, so anyway, let me show you how we did it. Come back and I'll actually take a taste of that and see how it is. Okay, so here's the freeze dried brisket that my brother sent me. And I'm going to take a slice out here. Let's see. I'm going to take a little bit smaller of a slice. That'll fit in there. It is freeze dried. So, the way I understand it, I need to put it in a little tray right there. Now we got to rehydrate it. We got to submerge it. Now you can submerge it in water. I'm going to use some beef broth. You can do either or. And I think I'm going to probably need, I'm going to go 1.5 cups. And I'm going to toss this in the microwave for, I don't know, 1.5 minutes or so. It's got to be hot but not boiling, like I think 140 to 160. So let me zap that and I'll be right back. Okay. There is my beef broth, and 2.5 minutes. It was out of the refrigerator. Look at there, I'm at 154, 155, 160. So we're right in that range of how hot it needs to be. So I'm just gonna pour this in over the brisket, freeze-dried brisket strip there. And it says to submerge it. If it starts floating like it's doing right there, put something heavy on it. Pour that all in there. So I have this dish right here. I'm going to let it set for 15 minutes. And I'll be back in a second. 7.5 minutes have been gone by. So I'm going to lift that up. And I don't know why, but it says to turn it. Just to make sure it gets tight. Boy, it's starting to feel like a regular slice of brisket. But I'm going to leave it in for another 7.5 minutes. And then we'll heat it up and take a taste. Okay, it's just about 15 minutes, but oh, my little thing must be leaking. Okay, so what I want to do is, I told my brother I'd do the before and after weigh, but I forgot to weigh it. So what I'm going to do is we'll get a rough estimate. So zero that out. This one here is dry. It's roughly the same size, a little bit bigger. So it is 1.4 ounces. So that is been 15 minutes over there. So let me take that off. Take this little bowl off. And take this piece of brisket out. And set it on there. 2.2, so 2 ounces. So it gained 0.6 ounces. So a little over half an ounce. I'm just going to do a little probe test here. Yeah. I think that might need to go another minute or so. Right there in the center part. Okay, so let's just put that, I'm going to put that back in there and let it soak for about 2 more minutes. And then I'm going to sear it or fry it up real quick and give it a taste. While that goes a couple more minutes, I'm going to go ahead and get my pan heated up. And since it is a brisket, I'm going to use a little bit of beef tallow or brisket tallow in my pan. Hopefully that's not too much. And we'll get this heated up so when that's ready, we can just give it a sear. Okay, so my broth was cool, so I heated it back up to 150, and I just poured this into my measuring cup and heated it up. And now when I go through this center part, you could tell if it doesn't push through, then you know it's not rehydrated, but it goes through now. So I think we're ready to fry it up. Okay, got my tallow heated up. I've got my brisket here. Look at that smoke ring on there that he got. Had it on a paper towel to get some of the liquid out. Okay, we'll go a minute or two on each side. All right, we don't need a whole minute, but this pan's pretty warm, so be ready in a sec. Call that good. Pretty simple process. I just had to Google it. I didn't really look on YouTube for it. So Google suggested the submersion 15 minutes and to do a probe test. It wasn't you can kind of feel, or you can feel if it's not rehydrated enough. And I seared it up in the pan, taking a cheater piece there, and there it is right there. Rehydrated, freeze-dried brisket. It smells really good. You can still smell the smoke from when he smoked it. And I forget what he said it took, how long it took. I think 40 hours, something like that. It took a while to freeze dry it. Cook it. He cut as much fat off as he could. He did the freeze dry. You know, this can last supposedly up to 25 years, but it ain't lasting 25 days at this house, much less. But I have other brisket to cook, so this is awesome. I will get this sealed up nice and store it. Doesn't have to go in the refrigerator. It can go right in your cupboard. So he makes me jealous having a freeze dryer. And anyway, so the liquid that's left, I'm going to store that as well for when I rehydrate this, because it won't be very long. So I'm not wasting any of that beef broth that I soaked it in. All right, so anyway, here we go. Here it is. This is the brisket flat. Rehydrated, freeze-dried brisket flat. Let's see. Well, pulls apart. A little tough, but that's okay. Let's see how it tastes. That's the most important thing, right? That's pretty amazing. Now, it's rehydrated. I think it could probably go a little bit more, but you know, it says that the meat will only hydrate so much, and you don't want to hydrate it too much. If you go 24 hours, it's going to be mush. This would probably be a little more juicy. But man, it tastes like brisket. And I fried it up in that tallow. Brisket tallow. That's tallow that I had. I'll show you the tallow that I'm going to make with my little brisket experiment of cutting it in pieces. But had to do a quick interruption. It actually works. I can't believe that he smoked that brisket, whatever, a week or so ago, freeze-dried some of it, mailed it to me dry in a box, and I get to taste his brisket rehydrated. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for checking this out. If you got a freeze dryer, give it a try if you haven't already. He's been freeze drying all kinds of stuff, so I noticed that right up here it might have a little bit of fat in there. I don't know, but when I pull it apart, it's not like when you just fresh cook it, right? But it's pretty amazing that it's been dried, mailed, rehydrated, and now I get to eat it. All right, thanks for checking this out. I hope you have a great day.